Well, Dad and I still have Tennessee tags in our pockets. It's a beautiful afternoon. On this week's episode, Dad and I slip out for an afternoon hunt in Tennessee.
Turkey Hunter is brought to you by Browning, the best there is.
Well, as a turkey hunter, there's nothing more special than hunting a piece of property you're familiar with, and a piece of property you've hunted for several years. You know what the turkeys like to do, especially over afternoon. It's a fun time to hunt. You know, the turkeys aren't as vocal as they are in the mornings, but you can still get it done. And this afternoon, I know where these turkeys like to hang midday of the afternoon and where they roost, so we're just gonna post up and see if we can't call one in. Well guys, it just finished raining. If you're a turkey hunter, you know what happens when it stops raining. These turkeys go to field and they get activated. And dogwoods are blooming. It's that time of year, turkeys are gobbling. It's on fire here in Tennessee. David Hale killed a turkey the other day. They come down, him and Harold hunted with me. And we almost got Harold a bird. They had to go. They didn't have but 2 days to hunt. Nonetheless, we got a good hunt with David. So Dad and I are gonna slip up this piece of property here where we doubled up. How many days ago was it?
I believe it was Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday. And so we're gonna slip up here. There was more birds gobbling. I know there's more turkeys up here, so we're gonna try to make an afternoon of it. Maybe we can get a longbeard this afternoon. Good and cloudy, at least it ain't hot. Listen, listen. We'll be right up on him because it's windy. Just walking along, crow calling, trying to raise one. I know where we want to go sit if we don't hear ones. Hope we'll get lucky and get one to gobble in his heart. Wind's blowing pretty good. I say they'll be in fields. Well, Dad and I eased to the food plot where we want to set up. We want to set on the other side of it so the sun will be at our back. We get there and there's a hen in the plot, so we crawl across the power line into the woods on the other side. As soon as we get into the woods, we bump a gobbler and several hens. So we squat down and let them ease off.
Yeah.
Up. Good news is there's a gobbler. He couldn't get across that fence. Did you see him flap his wings? And the hen come back. When she come back, he went squirrel. And he couldn't stand it, he had to follow. We decide to ease back to the other side of the plot. The sun will be in our face, but it's really all we have. We're just hoping the turkeys weren't that spooked, and maybe if we give them some time, that gobbler might want to act. We get the decoy out and get set up and decide to give it a while before we do any calling to let things simmer down.
Turkey Hunter is also brought to you by Apex Competitions, Indian Creek Shooting Systems, Replica Decoy Company, Foot on the Head Game Calls, Grounded Brand Turkey Vests, Apex Ammunition, Vortex Optics, Tacticam, and Browning Trail Cameras.
Sign up today for the Apex Spring Turkey Challenge. Over $120,000 in payouts based on the total number of entries in your state. Reward your passion, reward your turkey harvest. And good luck from all of us here at Turkey Hunter TV.
Well, we set up. We bumped a turkey. It was my fault. I got in too big of a hurry. And we crossed into these open woods over here, and I've never had the turkeys over there before, other than years ago. And there was sure enough a wad of turkeys and a big old gobbler. But they didn't freak out completely. They just kind of walked to the right into these open woods right here. And we're just gonna set up out here and not do much calling. We might call a little bit an hour or so, just kind of let things, after things simmer down. But I think they're in these open woods right here. They'll probably end up roosting right there, and if that be the case, we got a heck of a setup right here for in the morning. We're gonna wait it out right here in the sun. We're sitting in the sun. So all you can do on this side is sit in the sun unless you're in a blind. It'd be all right. We've killed them right here in the sun before. But that's the plan for this afternoon. It's just one of them things. We'd probably never called him to us anyhow. He had too many turkeys with him. But I think they'll probably come out in this plot before dark if we ain't running plumb out of the country, which I don't think we did. We put that Jake out there by itself, coupled with some hen calling. I think it'll probably bring them out here. That ain't the only turkey in the woods either, though.
This lone hen comes out of the woods in front of us where we bumped the birds, and an owl hoots in front of us, and the gobbler gobbles not far off the plot.
There he went. We didn't spook him too bad, did we?
I soft call a few times with no response, and about an hour and a half goes by, and I look out to the other side of the plot, and sure enough, this gobbler has come out, and he is strutting right in our direction.
spot right there. We got him. Man, he gobbled one time. And it's been a crazy hunt, really. We come up here and we decided to cut the other side of the food plot because the sun would have been at our back. And it's just in my head, you know, I'm gonna set up. I thought the turkeys would have been on this hill again. They weren't. We walk into the woods and I spook a whole flock of them. Got a big longbeard in it. But they didn't freak out. They just kind of eased off. And anyway, we back out when we think they're out of, you know, where they can't see us. And come back down here. I slipped the decoy out. I cut us out, you know, a shooting lane right here. And I owl hooted and he gobbled one time. And I called 2 or 3 times. He never made a sound. That Apex 9-shot, 2 3/4, 6.65 Indian Creek Browning Maxus 2. Confidence is at an all-time high with this combination. It's pretty impressive. That was awesome. Come straight to that Jake. RDC Jake. He probably whooped it, but I just couldn't stand it no longer. I said, what about that right there, dude? You know what got him? That Jake right there got him.
What got him was that
What got him?
bikini contest in the clover plot call.
You like bikini contest?
In the clover plot.
Wet t-shirt contest in the clover plot. He couldn't take it. That worked out, didn't it? Well, what a cool, unique hunt. Each one of them's different, and this one was different. We come up here, Dad and I doubled here Easter Sunday. David got him a bird the other day in the rain. It actually rained this morning. And we come this afternoon, I called Dad, I said, let's go turkey hunting. I knew the sun was gonna come out. We come up here to this clover plot and we decided to go on the other side because the sun would have set in behind us and we'd have had shade on this side. And sure enough, I get in the woods and we spook a whole flock of turkeys. We didn't spook them bad. They just kind of eased off, and I noticed this big gobbler. I could see that big beard right there as he walked off. And he just walked probably 100 yards and they got in some cover. And I looked at Dad and I said, let's cross back over. So we went back across the power line, come over here and set up with the sun in our face, but that's all we had. I crawled the Jake decoy out there. We got everything set up. I cut some limbs to stack in front of us, and we sat probably 30 minutes and I owl hooted and this bird gobbled. So it was good to know he was still there. So I got the call out and I started calling and he would not answer my call, but he was hearing it. And about, I don't know, about an hour and a half went by, sun shining real bright. And I just happened to look up and I seen this fella right here strutting across this clover field here, and he slow rolled all the way to the RDC Jake, put on a show, and I slapped him upside the forehead with them number 9s, Apex blend. It was a pretty awesome hunt. It wasn't a hard gobbling hunt, but it was a cool turkey hunt. Now, one I won't soon forget. That was fun, Dad, thank you. There ain't nothing like this stuff. That is a beautiful Tennessee bird.